Hello, YouTube. I wanted to come and talk about what's happening. Apparently, there's a lot going on. I want to talk about my twin flame journey. It's quite a journey, and it's definitely not for the weak of heart. It's gotten a lot of people involved with me that aren't really sure about what a twin flame journey is, but it's more or less about you doing your life review while you're still alive, more or less. Ain't just that though. You're looking at yourself. You are looking at the things you did that were good and the things that you did that were wrong. You're kind of taking an inventory of yourself. And it's a pretty long journey because many of us have a long past behind us. And it does catch up to our present moment where we're going to have to deal with it one way or another. I did use black magic in my last lifetime. That's exactly what I did, and that's why I'm where I'm at today. I figured out the do's and don'ts of certain magics. You shouldn't perform negative magic at anyone. I didn't get the best spiritual teacher. I got a hitman who later fell in love with me that I hear tell he may have been a friend of the Twin Flames, Bill. But I don't have any proof or evidence of any of it. And until I do, I'm going to remain over here in my own little lane, minding my own business. I had a job at YouTube, and I never got paid for my job at any time ever at YouTube. Okay? I probably did a lot of psychic investigation there for at least the last 5 years. Okay? And I started noticing certain things happening when I was online. And I started doing some research, and I found out that people are coming in here to YouTube. They'll usually hack into your cell phone, and from there, I guess they remote control it. That's what I found out so far. So they're remote controlling your phone. It is taking pictures of you and videos, and you're unaware of it. But then, when you go and watch a video at YouTube, this thing had technology in it, so it was absolutely stealing money out of people's PayPal accounts. Now, where this money went that was stolen out of these accounts, I couldn't tell you because I still have the cell phone and I still cannot get the police to help or anybody else. I have put in reports everywhere, and in the process, I have found out that somebody has swapped my medical records, so nobody wants to deal with me because here in my town, everybody's calling me crazy. And I'm not. I have psychic abilities. There is a big difference. I am not a danger to myself or others, and I have been telling the truth as I am guided by spirit to do so, and I do have a way to check and make sure I'm getting correct messages because I am an empath, I am a medium, I can embody both light and dark spirits, and I can become possessed by these spirits that I'm embodying. Okay? Any of us that's a tarot reader or anybody who works with energy, anyone can become possessed by these spirits that we're speaking to. And once they possess you, they put a mark on you so they can come back and continue to energy harvest off of you. Okay? That's what they do. Now, these beings, they only do this to the ones that are chosen by God because those ones have the best energy. Okay? And I've had energy harvesters on my ass, no joke, for several lifetimes. See, these beings don't forget about you. Once they mark you, they can find you anytime you're in the world. If you're going to summon them up and not learn how to banish them or vanquish them, they're going to hang around. Wherever you summon them at, if there's people in the area, whatever, they're going to branch out and go mess with everybody. If it's a reptilian, those are kind of like fallen angels. Okay, they've de-evolved to a certain state where they look like reptiles, but that doesn't mean the knowledge and information that they have about magic de-evolves with them, because it doesn't. That's something they can learn anytime, anywhere, and they do. And once they get good at their magic, they start using it on you to harvest your energy. Like, this is the bottom line. Money is energy. Lust is energy. Like, every single thing in this world is energy. It really is. And it's constantly moving around us and within us. I did see a few tarot readers get attacked while I was watching their videos. At one point in time, a very young girl, and I don't know if this girl was over 18 or not, but she was a very young girl. And this is at the height when this reptilian was stalking me online and watching me. But that night, I went and watched one of her videos. And at the end of that video, that girl got possessed. And some of you might remember it. It was a very young girl. And she just said like the most guttural bitch type. But it was the word bitch. You could tell it was a demon speaking through this girl's mouth. And it just came in there to possess her to call me that. It was a shape-shifting demon. Shapeshifters are notorious for possessing us and harvesting our energy. They've been around for a long time. Anyone can be a shapeshifter. It doesn't matter whether you're good or evil when it comes to that. Okay? I know that all of the people that did anything to me are getting their karma, and I'm, trust and believe, I am praying for every one of them. I'm asking God to be lenient with them and to give them the opportunity to get it right. Because really, they should be on their spiritual journey by now, but they're avoiding it at all costs. Because they got their mind on something that doesn't matter as much as their eternity. Eternity's real, spirit world's real, underworld's real, hell is a very real place. And many of us have been there. And we're well aware that it does exist. And if you don't know it exists or not, you should explore that. You should research it. Okay? Because just like heaven gives out power, hell also gives out power. And that power is almost always used against every one of us. We're not in a physical battle, we're in a battle of the minds. And demons are going to come and whisper when you're on an ascension path or a twin flame one. They're going to come and screw with your head, because really and truly, that's what they do. They masquerade around in your mind as your own thoughts. So when you go and do something stupid, you're all looking at yourself like, dang, I can't believe I did that. Not knowing there's something in there with you telling you to do that. And you're not sure if you should go with your gut or your head. You get confused. It's happened to me many times. It really has. Because these spirits don't care. They want your energy. They'll go ahead and possess you. And will you know it? Not necessarily. You won't know it until later, until something happens. And you get suspicious. So starting out on this journey, I have been practicing and learning from Mother Mary, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit of heaven, Freya, and Hecate, Queen of the Witches. I got on the Witches' Council through studying. However, spiritual warfare, I cannot currently attend those meetings. But I am grateful that they allowed me to be a part of that. Because in the lives I've led, people don't allow me to be a part of my own life. There's something more important to them than a human life that deserves to be lived the same as all of them. Happy, free, unencumbered by emotional abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, and spiritual abuse. When they come in to unalive your ass, they're trying to get your soul out of your body so they can put it in hell. They got to come up with something for that idiot downstairs. And the only currency in hell are souls. There's a bartering program down there, but for all intents and purposes right now, the currency in hell is your soul. Okay? In heaven, it's pure gold. Okay? God doesn't want to own your soul. He wants to help your soul live, learn, grow, evolve, and become the best version of yourself that you can become in a lifetime. You can accomplish a lot in a lifetime. Look at me. I've survived how many deaths, how many curses, how many neighbors, friends, and family, and even my twin flame. I remember a while ago that somebody said some witch around him or me or whatever, she severed our cord. And I remember that day. I do. I was pretty devastated. But I wasn't in tears because this person that we're talking about has seen me exactly 6 times in this lifetime. He spent a night with me and left the next day and didn't come back. The last time he did that to me was in 2008 or 2009. I have not seen him since then. I had a dream about him that he was in hell in 2015. And Vince is the one that brought him up in 2020 by the time I had gotten completely over him, over my heartache, on with my life. Here comes Vince. Hey, your man's in hell. We can maybe help him. Well, I did help him. And I think we all know exactly what happened after that. I'm hurt and I'm devastated, but I'm not unwilling to forgive or be the friend that I've always been to this person. I understand what he's been through. I understand what I've been through. We've both been persecuted, forced into black magic, and abuse in every single form of the word abuse. We've been made fun of in school from the time we arrived until the time we graduated. I didn't graduate. I got to 10th grade. But I did pass all of my college entrance exams. So there is that. I make mistakes just like everybody else. It doesn't matter how smart you are, you're always going to be prone to making mistakes. I didn't make any mistakes in my channel or speaking my truth. I did not. I checked, double-checked, and at times triple-checked to make sure that this is what he wanted me to say. I realize that some of it has been very, very devastating to many. However, the only way any of us are ever going to stop evil from invading our minds, bodies, souls, lives, houses, children, is to expose it. If you're going to keep the dark in the dark and nobody can see it, it's going to go on and on and on and on, because evil don't give up. Neither does good. We're all very patient in this. We all understand what it takes. At least most that get here. understand that it takes an awful lot of pain, suffering, being abused, ridiculed, ostracized at times, and hated by everybody, including your own family. It's a tough gig, it really is. It's not for the weak of heart, and it's definitely not for a coward. And I don't consider myself or my twin flame to be cowards. I consider us to be people who survived some of the worst black magic anybody can have put upon them. Like, it's not fun waking up in the morning with your feet and half of your leg just bloody red and frozen. Like they're frozen solid in a snow-covered ground. It didn't feel, none of this felt good. And again, this is the internet. How much of this is absolute truth? I know I'm telling the truth, and I know the ones that I have been in contact with or seen and really like, they're telling the truth too. People don't like it when you're a truth teller because now they can't hide their evil from anybody and they have to stop doing it. That's the point. To get you to stop doing it and to get you to see what God sees in you, which is a very high potential. Anybody that came after me, you all were very talented in your black magic. I promise you were. Maybe it didn't work the way you thought it would, but it did work. But it's not a game. Every time you whip out a death spell, you're causing an equal and exact reaction across the universe. In the case of the death spell, somewhere in the world there's a bunch of brand new babies. Maybe that village wasn't ready for them yet. And maybe they won't have happy endings. Okay? Messing with Mother Nature and black magic and deciding that somebody has got to live in their room and pretend to be dead so that someone can benefit off of them. Okay? That's false imprisonment. It's abduction. It's kidnapping. There's a list here. And it's a pretty long list of RICO crimes, civil crimes, trying to silence me completely and totally with black magic. My throat chakra is so bound up. It took everything I had to push this stuff away from me. I mean, this is no way to be able to have a natural life. And I say natural because I'll never be normal. But just a natural life where things are, about 50-50. 50% good, 50%, drama and BS. That's every day for most. I don't appreciate people making decisions for me in spell work or otherwise because it's not their life to live. They haven't had to walk the walk I've had to walk. Right now, you all are getting a taste of what you put me through for 7 lifetimes. And I know it's harsh. But I also know that God is good and soon your pain will end. He's most likely going to give most of you a second chance. I wouldn't waste that second chance on eternity for nothing. I was in hell for a long time. And none of you were able to break me. None of you were able to make me commit suicide. And none of you were able to make me murder somebody so that you could imprison me in hell for all eternity while you did what? I'm an artist. I've been humbled by my own journey. I've had to let go of my ego. I've had to let go of my narcissistic attitudes and behaviors. And I've had to sit down quietly with myself day in and day out, praying to God that I'm going to get this life right. Because I sure don't want to have to repeat this bitch again. As upset as I am, and I'm pretty upset, I mean, I've been told that I've been humiliated in the internet. I've been filmed in my bedroom and my bathroom. Like, who does this that is a good, upstanding, religious person? Is that what you're supposed to be doing? It's not. I've had people watching me. Like, I can't leave my house anymore without having somebody following me. I just can't. I want to help people heal because I'm a healer. It isn't because I'm weak, because I'm not. But I know I don't look like what people expect me to look like. And we can all thank hell for that. Hell didn't even give me my own face in this lifetime. I'm wearing a face I'm not familiar with. Probably why my ex couldn't recognize me. Because they did change a lot of things in my body. And they definitely did not give me my original face. Okay? Hell experiments on all of us. They're always trying to find a way to get a baby. For what? I don't know. They don't take care of them in hell. They have them down there, but they don't take care of them and they do not raise them. Hell's babies raise their own damn babies. It's a mess. And it's not a place for any human being. I don't believe it is. But when human beings want to take out so many other human beings for the sheer sake of monetary gain, to become famous, to steal something away from somebody who had to be persecuted in probably, at least a million different ways. Somebody trying to take you out different ways all the time. They can't do it because God said no. This is His child. He'll fight for me. I'll maintain my faith in Him. And I'll be true to me. And then I'll be true to all of you. But we all need to understand that we need to have respect for each other, and no human being should ever be treated like a bad 4-H project in their own home by their own family who was manipulated by their own father and a stepmother and a mother who got possessed, my mother, and had a stronghold on her, and a father that wanted a little boy and not a little girl. I was raped and molested throughout this time. I have no idea by who. I can no longer dream. I'm waiting for them to try and repair that for me, because my dreams got taken out. My third eye got taken out. They like to compartmentalize my mind with blockages. When they're constantly putting spells on you every chance they get, it does affect you. You don't feel like getting up and doing too much the next day after all that energy's been hitting you all night long. I do the best I can do with what I have in the moment I'm in. And I'm grateful for everything that God's done for me. I choose to live my life however the freak I want to. But I always say my prayers, and I always give respect to the one true creator of all of us and everything that you see. He's just as real as hell is. And he's a lot kinder than you all believe him to be. He isn't like the devil, though he may have sired him. He doesn't have the same mindset. He doesn't have the same tyranny. And he doesn't want to own anything. He's your father, he's your creator, and when you're in trouble and you go to him, he's going to get you out of that trouble as long as you go to him with sincerity. You have to ask him. You got to conjure up and summon all these demons from hell, and then you got to make an offering to him and all this and that. All of that got on my nerves. I don't like tedious things or nasty ingredients or graveyards for that matter. I like the way things work with the Father. I do. He knows exactly what I'm going to love when it comes to work, family, all that. He worked really hard to send me a twin flame to help me get out of the illusions when I was trapped in hell. And I was very grateful for that. But then I got put into a family of witches, and my half-sister decided that she just had to be the end-all of everything. And she is. Like, she literally brought Armageddon with her ass. But I forgive even her and anybody else that was involved in this. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, I feel sorry for those of you that get caught in a karmic mess such as this one, because they are painful, and it's just a really nasty thing to have to deal with, period. But once you get through it, you know that you got smarter, you got wiser, you evolved, you feel better, you look better, and you are better. Better than you were before. And as long as you keep working on that, you'll be better tomorrow too. I'm not unhappy about my journey. I'm sad about the places it took the people that I cared about too. I'm sad about that and how much this affected them, but this isn't their first rodeo, and I'm sure it won't be any of our last. We should all learn how to work with both light and dark energies, because this world doesn't run in the physical without it. You might not get along with that person over there in that cubicle, but you don't have to go visit them, and you don't have to watch them. You can just leave them alone and let them get their job instead of calling YouTube 50,000 times in a day to get somebody fired. If you'd work on something in yourself, you'd be a better version of yourself by tomorrow. Guaranteed. As far as what is going on with YouTube and the thefts, I'm reporting it, but I'm not getting a lot of responses. I would like to speak with somebody in YouTube so I could at least let them know what I've observed and what I think may help the situation. But I'm not really hearing from them either right now. So, there's that. Anyways, I just wanted to explain a little bit about this situation, and I hope that you all can be understanding that this is a pretty serious situation, and I don't wish death on anybody. I don't. I don't wish anyone to go to hell, even if they're my worst enemy. What I wish is that people would pull their heads out of their asses and do what I had to do so you can be proud of you and true to you. That's the only way to get it right. Many blessings to you all. Thank you.